Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Veach Season. We are your guest hosts, Rocky Magaña and Kramer Sansone. Kramer over here looking like Heisenberg from fucking Breaking Bad with his goatee and wife beater, showing the ink and the tats.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
You just break out of the Oakland Penitentiary.
Might have.
God, you look like you've been on Cell Block 6. Like. Honest to God, like I would not ever, if I was you and anything ever goes south between you and your wife, I would not show up to a custody hearing looking like this because they would automatically revoke all visiting privileges. You look like you're the one white guy from Training Day.
Okay,
not the non-white cop, right? Like there's like you look like the white guy friend of the Mexicans in Training Day.
I think that's one way to put it. I mean, I was away last week, so you never know what I was getting into. But yeah,
man, we know what you're doing. You're Breaking Bad, bro. You're out there smoking, making bathtub grade level meth, and
gotta pay the bill somehow, man.
St. Joe, Missouri. That's the national pastime there.
It is.
What they teach you guys in high school, I hear.
I mean, yes. I mean, there was a course in chemistry if you would have stayed in there long enough. I didn't, but yeah, you'd learn how to cook that crap up. And
you didn't stay in school long enough. You were like, forget this. Ma, I got a date with Ma back at the trailer.
What's up, Rocky? How we doing, buddy?
Oh man, I missed you last week. It was hard.
How was last week?
Well, it was unchained as shit with nobody to reel me in. I did not get us canceled.
Good. I could tell. Clearly can tell that.
You know what I did not have on my bingo card for 2026?
What
is everybody at PFF getting canceled before we did?
Oh yeah, no kidding. Aren't they going through some firings right now?
Massive layoffs. They were sold to Teamworks, and because of that, their entire talent sector was basically given the axe, including like Trevor Sikkema, all of those guys.
Really?
Yeah.
So Teamwork Online, the place where you can find jobs. That's who bought them.
I don't know if it is or not.
Because wasn't Collinsworth the one that owns that? He owned that. At least?
Well, no, Collinsworth is a piece of shit. Let's
Florio
right there. No, Collinsworth owns it. But here's the deal. It wasn't started by Collinsworth. It was started by this British guy back in the day who was just like a passionate football fan. Nice. And he was just like a stats dude, right? Yeah. And then he brought in Eric Eager, who's also who's with Subner Sports now, who's also just like a legit stats stud. And he had basically just a bunch of sports nerds, right, that ran it. They also had what's his name? Mike Renner, I think his name is. As well at the time.
Oh, nice.
And they had Sam Monson and all these awesome stats dudes. And then Collinsworth bought it and started trying to monetize everything. And they kind of lost their path. And they lost a lot of their early on guys. And he forced out the British dude who started it originally and kind of just took full control. And then since then it's been gradually going downhill. And then he brought in Trevor Sikkema, who was with the Draft Network originally, right? And the Draft Network had its own downfall. They
did last year.
There. Yeah. And so Trevor Sikkema jumped when all that shit went crazy. And so then he'd been over at PFF for 4 or 5 years now, I think. And then they just laid him off. And so that sucks because he's one of the best dudes in the draft game. And NFL Stock Exchange is a great podcast if you guys haven't ever listened to it.
So with that being said, shout out to you, Fans First Network, for keeping the lights on for us. Yeah, we truly appreciate you. And also our guy, Steven Serta. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be doing this. If we're being honest.
Steven Serta is the anti-Chris Collinsworth. He is the suit who's not fucking shitty, who does not turn coat on his dudes. And he lets us get away with a whole lot more.
Yeah, I'd say.
Even though he's never listened to this podcast once, shout out to you, sir. Shout out for not listening to us and just letting us do us and do what we do. It is a real shame that Brett Veach couldn't be here today, and
of course
he did have to, rely on us to.
That's why I was gone last week. I was on assignment for Brett.
Well, that's what I said. I said you were on assignment for Brett. Did you not listen to the podcast?
No, I did not. I'll be honest. I'm like what you do. It's like whenever I'm hosting the podcast by myself or with somebody that's co-hosting, you don't listen to that. I know you don't. Because there's some of this
every single word. What are you talking about?
All right.
Yeah. With you and Binks on here? Come on.
No, there was this one when Country Boy and I've been doing one, And I said something. I'm like, I guarantee you, Rocky's not going to repeat what I said the following week. And I know it didn't happen.
I absolutely did. I knew what you said.
I need to go back to listen to it. Actually,
you said,
I can't think of the top of my head.
You said.
Okay, what did I say?
And I quote.
Right, what was it?
That Robert E. Lee was misunderstood.
Okay.
The South will rise again. I love my mama. And is it really that big of a deal that my wife is my cousin?
Oh gosh.
Okay, so real talk there real quick, because comedian Taylor Tomlinson has a new special out on Netflix, and she's talking about how she likes to start fights with her boyfriends, sometimes for no reason, because she's kind of batshit crazy a little bit, and she's like every now and again we'll be sitting on the couch and I'll just turn to my boyfriend and say something like, "What would you do if you found out we were cousins?" And she's like, "Would you break up with me?" And he's like, "Of course I would." And she goes, "Oh wow, just turn your back on your family like that." Right? And so I'm asking you, now that you're married and she's carrying your baby,
it's too late now.
It's too. So if you found out that your wife was your first cousin and you didn't know about it, what would you do?
I mean, you'd still have to go through with it, I'd say. Also,
you would stay married to her?
Oh, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. There's no way in hell I'm related to Caitlin. Let's just put it.
You never know. You never know.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way. That's why, like, whenever you do and start talking to someone, you need to figure out the background. You need to figure out the backstory. You're just not there for a quick, shebang. You're there for the long haul for it. So it's like you have to do your investigative research that way. So I know I will never get got that way. So for Rocky, your sake. Would you still go through it all? Hey, honestly, what about now? What about now? You got 2 kids. You got a wife. What if your wife comes and says, "Hey, Rocky, by the way, just to let you know, found out the other day that we are first cousins." What do you do in that situation?
Well, here's the deal: is that my kids already look like they're missing a chromosome. They already look like they were half baked, and so it wouldn't shock me, but with right now my current situation, listen, I've already had the downstairs plumbing snipped and sealed and cauterized shut, and so the damage is done. I can't do any more damage
unless you reverse it.
Already done. Yeah, but I'm not going to reverse it so I can get my cousin pregnant again. Like, come on, like what? Like what the
you
fuck,
put it that
dude?
way? It sounds crazy, actually.
Oh, sorry. I got my vasectomy reversed so I could knock up and bang my cousin one more time.
Oh, no, beach season, baby. That's what you got to do.
I would probably have to stay married to her because I do love my wife.
At the end of the day, it's like, what would Brett do?
No, he would definitely fuck his cousin. I mean, come on.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Brett Veach is jacked. He's secretly jacked. Like he just
Brett Veach might not fuck his cousin now that I think about it.
Yeah,
but what's his nuts? The GM for the Colts definitely would. The guy who used to work for the Chiefs.
Or the guy that missed the photo shoot today because he got a haircut. One of the owners, our coaches or whatever it was, photo shoot was today. He missed it because he needed a haircut.
Well, and then Mr. Epstein's best buddy who owns the Giants.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He would definitely fuck his cousin. Yeah, no,
Dan Schneider maybe.
Yeah, maybe Dan Schneider. I think I would definitely probably stay married to her, but I wouldn't tell anybody that she was my cousin.
Yeah, that's something you just keep down low. You can't be saying, yeah, no, this is my wife and also my first cousin.
But then if you found out later that she wasn't your cousin, would you still pull like a Joe Dirt and then be like, "You're my sister. You're my sister"?
Well, no, that's different. I mean, I think sisters and cousins are. I mean, there's polar opposites at that point in time. I mean, shouldn't. Definitely, incest is not good. But I mean, if you want to keep the bloodline pure, go for
it. Yeah, now you're really talking like somebody who thinks the South is going to rise again, or like a European royalty from like the 1100s. Where they couldn't they were so deformed from inbreeding that they couldn't even walk anymore, and they died at like age 14.
That's what happened to the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That's what happened to every royal family in Europe. That literally it wasn't revolutions that killed monarchies. It was inbreeding. Yeah, it was syphilis. Inbreeding and syphilis and a bunch of just weird shit, man. Like, you think the Game of Thrones is weird? Like,
Well, they didn't have TV to distract them. They didn't have like any technology, no social medias. They were just begging each other.
Listen. I lived in a developing country where we lost electricity for like 3 weeks straight, and guess what? I wasn't dreaming of fucking my sister. I found shit to do. I went fishing. I played soccer. I drank a lot. I did drink a lot of alcohol, but I not once did I ever say, "Oh man, I can't watch the newest episode of New Girl. I should probably just go fuck my sister real quick." The thought never crossed my mind ever.
Oh, good. That's good. That's awesome. That means you're a good human being, is what you are.
Okay, so now I have a question, Kramer.
Okay.
Now, what if you found out that your wife was AI? What would you do?
How?
Like, what if this is all a simulation, but you're a human meat sack, like in the Matrix, right? But like she's just like a computer simulation, and she's not real.
So what you're saying is I can like amplify her?
You can hack her. You can hack your wife and make her do whatever you want.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I mean, if she doesn't know, that's the funny thing is, does she know she's AI?
No.
Oh fuck yeah, no, definitely. I'll go in and hack the system.
Would you rather be married to an AI robot or your cousin?
Oh.
If you had to choose one to fuck for the rest of your life.
Oh, AI robot, easily.
Yeah, I think I definitely would choose an AI robot over.
Why would you want to fuck your cousin? Sorry.
Yeah, why would you want to fuck your... Also, I feel like at least an AI, like everybody's like, "Oh, you sick pervert, you want to fuck an AI robot." But like
they're making them, they're making over them. If I can speak, they're making them over in Japan right now. Like,
well, and the thing is, like, literally, like your grandma owns a vibrator. Like, that's the thing. Like, every woman on the planet owns a vibrator and uses it. And it's like, this is my vibrator. It's my best friend.
Don't even want to think about that.
The one moment that you mentioned that you have a fleshlight, they're like, "You fucking pervert, stay away from my family."
Yeah.
And all an AI robot is like a fleshlight plus, right? And so like a fleshlight plus a face. Like it's actually better than a fleshlight. It's like, oh look, you can actually talk to this thing and have a conversation with them, instead of just like fucking a flashlight, for God's sake.
That's so weird. Never even used one of them.
It's so weird. Yeah, well, neither have I. But I'm saying like there's people out there who do. And I'm not here to judge. Yeah. I'm not here to judge. Whatever you do,
I'm never kink
behind closed doors with your cousin is between you and your cousin. And you're. So I have a question. If you had an AI robot that you did fall in love with, would it be okay if you said like, "Hey, this is my cousin"? Is it wrong to make a cousin version of your AI of an AI robot?
Yeah.
Or make an AI robot version of your cousin?
Yes.
Why? It's just an AI robot, Kramer.
Why are you that attracted to your cousin?
I'm not. I'm just.
No. You'd be attracted to your cousin that way if that's the case. Like,
if I would have
to get the real deal.
Way to make an AI sex robot of my cousin, I would say, okay, why are you? Okay, fair. Okay, why are you attracted to your cousin? That's a fair statement. Okay. All right. Now, the one benefit of finding out that your wife is your cousin is like, what if you're like, "Oh man, I wish I hadn't married this person," and you want like an easy out? You could be like, "Oh, it's not my fault, babe." Like,
it's like, how do you not figure it out at the cookout early in life? Like, how'd you not figure out that was your cousin? Be honest.
Maybe your mom, your siblings are estranged and they don't talk. Maybe one of them was put up for adoption. Like maybe grandma got knocked up in high school, put the first baby up for adoption, and then found the love of her life, got married, had a baby.
Rocky,
but then the adopted baby, you fall in love with that kid, with that baby's kid. When you
Rocky, I turned 30 years old this year. I would think by now I would know who I'm related to and who I'm not related to. Let's just be honest here too.
Well, of course you do. You're white. I'm Mexican.
What the fuck?
I don't know everybody I'm related to. I haven't met half of my family. I mean, come on,
same.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know who my family members are. I legitimately could see a cousin walking down the street and maybe not even recognize them. And so you never know.
Veach season, baby. You just gotta love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, so on that note, We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of cool stuff going on in the world of football and outside of football.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, we do. There is quite a bit going on. There's a lot going on.
Some draft, dude. The draft. Once this audio version of this podcast goes out tomorrow, we're already in draft month. Like we are. The draft will be happening.
We are ratcheting up the draft month and the draft coverage. But before we get there, it's time for our my favorite segment of the week, and it's what's hot with Krame Dog.
So I got a couple things. First, quick one: baseball's back, baby. I can't get enough of it. Been watching too much of it already. The Cardinals are playing right now, and it sucks I'm not watching. But you know what? I'm happy the fact that I'm talking to you now, Rocky. So that's first on what's hot with Krame Dog. Second, so around the we're not even in the office. Around the warehouse today, we were asking people at our boxing table. A shout out to my Kingdom Customs for this one. Go Walt. We talked about bidets. You've used a bidet, right? I can't.
I own a bidet. It's in my bathroom. Right
okay,
now.
So you're gonna.
I solely use bidets.
I at some point in time I would like to use a bidet to figure out how it is. But the question we were asking people is, what's the water temperature we're using? We're using cold, we're using warm, or are we using hot? And for my case, I think warm's the way to go. I wouldn't want something super cold because that just like that first jolt, like, oh crap, I don't want that touching my sphincter. And if it's too hot, I think it might burn my sphincter. So I'm a warm guy if I were to ever try it. And I hope to try it at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I've done warm and cold and everything in between. Yeah, I've dabbled, a little bit here.
So what's your favorite and then what's your least favorite?
Well, so I originally started using a bidet when I lived in the Philippines, and so there is no warm bidets. It's all.
Did they have Tabos over there?
Of course they had Tabos over there. Yeah, I do Tabo like a motherfucker. Yeah.
I think that's kind of that's unsanitary as hell. But I mean,
why? All it is a bucket with a handle on it. You scoop the water and you pour it down. It's like a bidet, but you use a bucket.
Yeah, but you also get up in there.
Yeah, not really.
Some Tabos do. All right, okay. Well, back to the bidet talk. All right.
Now you do have a Tabo towel to dry with afterwards, right? Well, you have a laundry. You can launder your towel.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's gross.
I mean, sure, but so is wiping your ass with paper.
Yeah,
like that's literal paper, just dry ass paper.
I don't understand it. Trust me.
Wiping your butt with it and saying, "Oh, it's good." I wiped my butt with paper.
I paper the do wipe after. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's but yeah, no. I do like a warm bidet. But my current bidet setup that I have, it has a warm setting, but I didn't want to run another hose to set up the warm water, so I just use cold water every day.
Dude, you use cold. You wake up in the morning, you drop your big grumper, and you hit with cold water. That's crazy to start your morning. You start your morning off right, I guess.
Yeah, man, it wakes you up, it gets you going, makes you feel vitalized. And listen, I live in Florida. My asshole is sweaty like 275 days out of the year, if not more.
I just saw a video of some guy took out 2 pythons in the Everglades, and there's 120 eggs underneath it.
Wow, that's just not
Burmese python.
And they are, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, they're invasive too. You're supposed to kill them.
Yeah, I hate snakes.
So
watch out.
I love snakes. I love snakes, but Burmese pythons specifically are invasive.
We whacker them asses
to the Everglades. And so so you're supposed to kill them.
Yeah, that's what's
I would use I like a nice cold one. It's fine. It's good.
Nice.
It feels great. Now, I'll tell you what the thing is that you have to kind of lock it in and like configure it and like dial it in for your asshole because the angle that the water comes up and out of, you gotta make sure you have it set up just right, because if you don't have the angle right, you're not gonna get clean. Right, you're just gonna like pepper your ball sack or just like or like the back half of your sphincter, and you're not gonna get the front half clean. Right, you gotta lock it in to where you get.
So you got to play around with it to figure out where the water shoots out.
Yeah, and the best ones like rotate like this. So you can kind of do like a swooping action a little bit to like make sure you get a little bit of everything.
Interesting.
Right? And listen, I'm not gonna say that I like to turn the water on the highest setting because it makes me feel like I'm loved, but maybe I prefer the water on the highest setting,
I didn't even know there was settings to it like that. That's crazy.
If I need a little physical touch, you know what I mean? Just let it sit there, just let it blast me for a bit.
All right, then.
Just enjoy the evening.
Just enjoy the show. Enjoy your morning with that, too.
Yeah, morning, night, 12 o'clock on a Tuesday. Who cares? Right?
Where's Rocky at? No, he's just in the restroom again.
Yeah, he's been in there for 35 minutes with the bidet on. Wow, he really wants to be clean.
Heck, our water bill's insanely high right now.
Yeah. Did you leave the faucet on? Nope. Left the bidet on. Sorry. What's worse is that my 5-year-old is learning to use the bidet also.
Nice.
And he'll like use it and then forget to turn it off though and hop off. And I'll be like in the on the other side of the bathroom, and that shit will straight up shoot across the bathroom.
I bet it will.
Get you in the fucking eye and give you pink eye, for God's sake.
Did you get pink eye from it?
No, I didn't get pink, but I mean, okay. God damn, it's asshole water. I mean, it's bathroom, it's toilet water, and so
it's clean.
It is clean, but it doesn't mean you want it shooting you in the face.
Yeah, no, it's like it's like when you have like the high toilets and you drop a log and it splashes on up. That's disgusting. Yeah, that's what I feel like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like. That's basically what it feels like, right? And then you're like, oh man, I gotta like wash my face, and you don't want to be mad at your kid because he shot you in the face with a bidet and he's laughing at you. But you also kind of like,
I can see him doing that too.
You want to be like, here, you got a 3-second penalty, kid, and like hold him up, and just like, but he's 5, so you can't. Like that's not legal.
It's child abuse, actually.
I love my child. I would never do that to him. But I'm saying, like,
if we were to get canceled, is because of you. That statement right there.
Well, I would never ever shoot my child in the face with a bidet. I'm saying I get shot in the face with a bidet.
Yeah.
And I don't shoot my child in retaliation with a bidet. That makes me a good father. That makes me a good, loving father, Kramer. That makes me nothing but a father who loves his child enough to not retaliate.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad we got that out of the air.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that out of the air. Okay, so in related news, another disgusting water scenario. In 2027, the Jacksonville Jaguars will be the Orlando Jaguars.
I saw that.
And apparently, because they need to do renovations on the stadium in Jacksonville, and I imagine it's probably because the pool is clogged from so many floating condoms. And that
Oh, you think people are doing that during games?
Jesus, dude, have you ever been to the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium?
No, I haven't.
Dudes like with like natty light tall boys and like chicks in bikinis like sloshing margaritas around while they're
kind of badass, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty badass, but that there's like syphilis and gonorrhea like just floating around in that water.
Right? Oh yeah, especially for the people who don't clean up or tidy up after themselves and they get into that water and thinking that that's their bath for the day. I mean, that happens at the ocean.
I mean, yeah, it's Jacksonville, dude. It's Jacksonville.
Of
course they're doing that.
The armpit of Florida.
It's the armpit of the universe. Have you ever been to that city is terrible.
I've actually been in the hospital in Jacksonville because we had to do a emergency landing when we were. My grandfather had like some episode, and we were at the hospital there for maybe a day or two, and like they told us to like make sure you hold on to all your bags. So we were just in the lobby in the front area. So like there's people there that would steal and shit. So. That was an experience to have as I think I was 7, maybe 8 years old during that time. So I've experienced Jacksonville. It's not the pleasant place in the world.
No, it's Jacksonville sucks. It's like it's the largest city in America by landmass, and it's just like
really
not a lot of people or a lot of things. It's just like spread out. It's just like
is it a smaller like KC basically, or bigger KC?
Oh,
because Kansas City's spaced out.
Yeah, it's worse than that because like KC has cool things. Jacksonville's just like somebody like a Greek god took a runny shit on the state of Florida and it just spread out all over. Like that's the city of Jacksonville. And so I can't stand Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, no, Jacksonville's not it for me. So they're going to be in Orlando. Interesting. Actually, you know what? The Orlando Jaguars. Maybe they might just stay there. It's funny. That should have been the year that they've been in the UK. Remember how they've been like pitching and preaching, hey, we want to UK. We want to be over in London. They should have done that. That's when they should have put their foot down. Like, no, we're going to play all of our games at this stadium that so-and-so. What's the guy's name? The Khan. Is it Khan? Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah, Shad Khan. He's got money. He's probably got a place already built over that they could play in. Might as well just do that. But now they're going down the road to Orlando.
Yeah, they're going to do that
far from you.
No, it's literally
it's quicker to get to Orlando than it's Jacksonville from where you're at.
Yeah, it's 80 minutes. It's 80 minutes from my house to Jacksonville. Like I can get to Disney in like less than an hour and a half.
That's nice. That's nice.
And so I can get to Legoland in 65 minutes flat, baby.
Oh yeah, you got that thing timed down.
I got that timed down. Yeah, we'll be spending New Year's Eve in Legoland.
Did you get you need to get the Lego Technic monster truck ones now.
There's plenty of them. There was a bit of a debate in our household because it was my kid's cousin's their cousin's seventh birthday, and we got him the Gravedigger Technic monster truck for his birthday. I went out and picked it up, and I was like, nice. "Oh, this is the best gift ever." And then there was a lot of disappointed faces, and the two specific disappointed faces in my household of my children when they realized that was not for them and it was for their cousin.
Oh instead. No!
Oh so they're currently in our house that we do this thing where anytime like they say they like it's time to go to bed and they get up without like throwing a tantrum, or they like they help out, or they're kind to somebody, like they hold open a door for somebody, or they help out with the laundry, they do a chore, they can earn what's called a purple diamond. It's like these little plastic purple diamonds, and then each one of those equates to $1, right? So throughout the week they can compile and earn purple diamonds that they can spend however they want. And so
you got yourself a little economy going on in that house.
We have a little economy going on in our house. But the thing is like my son is now he's like, okay, it's 32 purple diamonds. How much is 32 purple diamonds? He's like, can you help me count? Do I have that many yet? I'm like, no, bro. You still got a ways to go. You got like 15. And he's like, oh, okay. What do you need help with? What can I do to earn these purple diamonds? And so so it's pretty entertaining.
Nice.
But so he'll get there eventually. He's pretty good at working for it and earning stuff. And so also another news before we get to Chiefs today, Taylor Swift is being sued.
Wait, what? Hold up. No. What the hell happened? What'd she do? What'd she say?
Apparently the Life of a Showgirl album cover and name is a ripoff of this lady who works in Vegas.
Makes sense.
She has a podcast called Confessions of a Showgirl. And I guess the color scheme and the font is similar enough that when Taylor Swift tried to trademark Life of a Showgirl, like the government was like, it's too similar to trademark because it could be confused with this other the Confessions of a Showgirl podcast. So now this girl is suing Taylor Swift for trademark infringement.
I think it's low doing this, but I mean it makes sense. I mean, there's a reason why there's this stuff implemented in place, but I mean, I'm shocked Taylor Swift just didn't pay her off and not have this thing go. Because I mean, she's got enough money, but then again, does she really need to pay her off, or did she go through this entirety of it? Is it really that bad? Is it very close, similar wise? I mean, have you even looked up? You said.
Yeah, it looks pretty similar.
What was the Unholy Confessions? No, what was the thing?
No, it's Confessions of a Showgirl versus Life of a Showgirl.
I was looking at Confessions of a Showgirl right now to see what it looks like.
Yeah,
I mean,
it doesn't not look like it.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, it's not like no.
But the color scheme is pretty. It's kind of similar.
How many? It's not like we have more reviews than what she has on Apple Podcasts. I'll just leave it to that.
Well, I mean, she's not fucking Veach season.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that like we've got a better podcast network and whatever it is promoting wise.
Taylor all of a sudden comes out with like Confessions of Avicii. I'm jumping.
Oh no, we're definitely that's crazy. She just crap talks us the entire time. It's just her. Yeah. By the way, Taylor, if you really are listening, the door's open. Your door's open.
Yeah, and so all right, let's get to some actual Chiefs stuff. And actually, Weston Brewster, you read my mind because yes, I did see Brett Veach's interview with Peter Schrager, and where he mentioned Travis Kelce, and he said that basically Travis Kelce puts a smile on anybody's face whenever he's around him, and he's going to be feeling some feels when Travis Kelce finally walks away from the game, and basically he's the best dude that you ever met. But then even more importantly, he said that with pick 9, the Chiefs are looking at wide receiver, edge, and defensive back.
Yep.
Now, that being said, what that means to me is that the Chiefs are going to draft a tackle, or like if Brett Veach is out here saying, "Oh, we're going to draft an edge, a wide receiver,
wink,
or a defensive back," wink, wink. Yeah, then he probably is going to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
But also, it's not like he's going to sit there and say, "Oh, well, at pick 9, we'll probably draft one of these 3 positions." Well, of course you fucking will, Brett, because otherwise, what are you going to do? Draft a quarterback? Because with the top 10 picks, what other position in this draft are there guys who are top 10 talents?
I mean, from what we've seen,
there is no offensive tackle that's a top 10 pick for you.
I mean, from what we've heard from Dan Orlovsky, Fernando Mendoza might be there at number 9 because we already know Ty Simpson's the best quarterback there is. So the Chiefs might be in the quarterback market. You never know.
And listen, Ty Simpson is going to go in the top 10. He's going to go before the Chiefs pick,
which is so disgusting to think about.
He's going to. I mean, dude, if you think about it, we talked about this last week. Like 7 of the top 10 teams need quarterbacks.
Yeah, no,
they're not all going to pass on Ty Simpson.
I mean, they should. I mean, it's not like,
when did Anthony Richardson get drafted?
Was he
4, right? It was like 4.
Was he the 4th or 5th overall pick? Hell, he might have been the 9th overall pick.
Exactly, but he went in the top 10, and so did Trey
Lance.
Like people overdraft
Zach Wilson
every single season.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Ty Simpson's going to be the next guy being overdrafted and probably be a career backup or be in the league for 2 years and have to go sell car insurance after that.
Or he could be the second quarterback taken in the draft, which is usually the better quarterback anyway. And Fernando Mendoza ends up selling Allstate insurance.
Yeah, you wish that. You wish that's the case
in 3 years.
You wish that's the case, pal. You do.
Listen, I'm a Ty Simpson believer. I think he's a good quarterback.
Goodness, I don't. I don't. When you have to debate on whether going back to college to earn $6 million in NIL rather than go to the NFL, yeah, I really don't think your heart is in the football mindset if you're there to chase the dollar bill. Granted, the only reason why he
every single football player in it to chase the dollar bill, even Patrick Mahomes, is in it to chase the dollar bill.
But he'd get paid more to stay on campus to get whatever the NIL, whatever it is, than be a low-end first-round draft pick. But, I mean, since Dante Moore decided to go back to college knowing that he was not going to get drafted first overall because he already knows since Fernando beat him, it's like, what? Like, I mean, I can't beat the man. You got to beat the man to beat the man, and you can't even beat the man in being Fernando Mendoza. So he had to go back to college and screw up Dylan Raiola's career in Oregon. Ty Simpson, you're going to do what Chase Daniel did, be a career backup and take as much money as possible.
Well, so here's the thing, though, that people, like I understand the NIL money and staying in college football for the NIL money if you're going to be a 4th-round draft pick, right?
Yeah.
But if you're a guy who you believe that you're going to be able to make bank on a second contract in the NFL after your rookie deal, then it makes sense to get into the NFL as early as possible and sacrifice that early money, because instead of making $6 million now, you're going to make $45 million in 4 years.
I mean, inflation will go up again.
Right? It will. But I'm saying you're going to have one more year of your career where you're making $45 million versus $6 million now. And so you're sacrificing some legitimate money now, which, believe me, $6 million is life-changing money. To somebody who has no money. But
I could use that.
Like if I got $6 million today, my life would significantly change.
You'd still do Veach season, right?
Of course I would.
Yeah,
you can't do this for the money, Kramer.
Yeah,
you can't do this for the dollar bills.
Wait, we get paid.
like we get paid tens of dollars to do this podcast.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, so we don't do this for the money. We do this for the love of the game. And so I do this for the love of you, honestly.
No, it's right back. I also do it for the love of the Veachies as well. I love
love of the obviously for the love of the Veachies, right? Like that goes without saying. But yeah, and so so I can see where they're coming from. But that all being said, if you're a Chiefs, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, so then there's only going to be there's like 8 guys, and all 8 of those guys are in those 3 positions. So Brett Veach saying we're going to pick one of those 3 positions isn't exactly a stretch, right?
No,
it's gonna, like honest to God, like
it makes sense.
He probably wants Bain or Bailey, but he knows they might not be there. So then he wants Tate, but they might not be there.
He wants this guy.
worst case scenario, he ends
T-Rex arms.
Yeah, he ends up going for. I'm not gonna dignify your Ruben Bain Jr.
I'm Ruben Bain right now, people.
Ruben Bain has short arms. We'd be knocking the shit out of you. You know what's had really short arms was Mike Tyson. He beat the shit out of people.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
So I'd be okay with it.
Who would win in a fight? Prime Mike Tyson or Prime Chuck Norris? Prime.
I would say Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris has to be.
R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Yep. Is that why you're dressed the way you are right now? Are you? Is this a Comic-Con Chuck Norris? Is that what you are right now?
Yeah,
you're Comic-Con Chuck Norris from the 70s.
I'm the Chuck Norris that got his ass kicked by Bruce Lee, is what it is.
And so Craig says, yeah, I built Veach season studio in his basement. Right, we have to go to Canada to record the shows in the Veach season studio. I would love that, Craig. So that's the whole thing though. Is like they're good. Like if they pick Mansour Delane at 9, I'm going to be upset because they've shown that they can give value at cornerback later in the draft. That being said, he could very well be the best player on the clock. Now, that being said, also I would like for them to pick a cornerback at 29 if they do take an edge rusher or a wide receiver at 9, because I think that once you get past Chris Johnson at like pick 40, that there is a drop off in this draft with the cornerbacks.
Oh yeah.
So if they take Colton Hood at 29, then that's a home run pick. We've talked about it a bit on this podcast already. So I'd be okay with that. Long story short, in the top 4 picks, you got to come out with an edge rusher, a wide receiver, a cornerback, and a safety, I think. And so
I think safety's huge. I think they've been lacking the leadership role from their secondary. Because I mean, let's be honest, who's the leader? I haven't seen a leader stand up on this team at all. Even if I thought that Chris Jones was going to be the guy, still a locker room guy. I mean, yeah, he's a locker room guy, but he's not a leader on this team. I mean, it's weird for me to say that. If you half-ass your reps and stuff, there needs to be somebody that needs to get on their ass. That's why they need a Justin Reed type, and I think Caleb Downs can actually fit that type.
I think Nick Bolton right now is your guy that you have on the defense.
I mean, true, but also Nick Bolton has been declining in stats and also in health of recently. So you got to at some point. Remember, it's in the NFL; it's not for long. You need to get the next guy up. And I know it's from a safety standpoint. I think it's a lot more. You need a guy in that safety room, the corner room, the defensive back rooms. There we go. I found the word I was looking for. They need that type of guy because it was not Byron Cook last year. It just wasn't. I think that's what they were hoping for, and it just never came to fruition.
Well, so listen, if it goes to if pick 9 is there and Bain and Bailey and Tate are off the board, I would 100% be okay with them taking Caleb Downs.
Yeah, right? I think he's just a freak.
Because safety is so important in Spagnuolo's defense as well. He is a freak. He might be the best. He might be the safest pick in the entire draft, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like a guy who's gonna pan out. And I think that Mansour Delane, Weston Brewster says Mansour Delane was a freak. He is a freak. But at the same time, the Chiefs can get value later in the draft.
Yeah, they can.
Now, I do think that, like we've said, like with Trent McDuffie, like there's a difference between Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. Like you pick a guy in the first round because he's a blue chip guy, right? And so, Jermod McCoy, another Tennessee cornerback, finally ran at his pro day today and ran a 4.38 40 and had a 38-inch vertical. And so his ACL seems to be fully repaired and fully healthy. And if he's fully repaired, fully healthy, and you're going to take a swing at a cornerback, you might as well take a swing at him because going into this year, he was at the end of 2024, he was the consensus best cornerback in the nation as a junior. And then he got injured. And then last year he didn't play at all. Right. So now that he's back, if he's back and he's 100%, then you got to look at him because like his tape, if you put on his 2024 tape, it's elite. He's an elite cornerback if he can stay healthy.
What do you think about the Ohio State kid? I mean, it's going to be a late round. The other Ohio State kid, Davison, I can't pronounce his last name. It starts with an I. Let's go D-I. That's what they're going to have to call him. So I think
Iga Bosin or whatever.
There we go. Yes. What would you think about him? Like say third round.
So if in the third round, I like him a lot. Listen, he's a guy who has a lot of reps playing for a big program. He started as a true freshman.
Yeah, he did.
Ohio State, and
he did. He's
a big.
Watched a lot of them games. Trust me.
He's had some really bad beats over his college career because he's played against a lot of top end talent. But he also never is back down, right? He's like, and he's gotten better every single season. He was really good this past year. Mm-hmm. Like if you said as a sophomore or freshman, you'd be like, yeah, there's some holes in his game. He gets a little too aggressive. He can get grabby. He gets beat over the top. He gets beat on a double move sometimes. And those were all true, but he learned from it because you're sitting there going against the nation's, like you've been lining up against the nation's best.
Big Ten's the best. I'll plant that flag every single day of the week, every single year.
And every day in practice, like let's face it, Ohio State is the best wide receivers, and you're lining up against Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate and Emeka Egbuka every single week. Every single day at practice, day in day out. Like you're going to learn, and so I like him a lot. I like Emmanuel McNeil-Warren as a late first-round pick for the Chiefs too, the safety from Toledo. Like I don't know who Toledo's secondary coach is, but I mean they have two stud defensive backs that have come out in the last couple of years, and then they also have a late round guy, Andre Fuller, who's like 6'3", like 205.
Gosh,
and he's a crazy press corner. He's really really good as well. And so I don't know what they're doing.
My ears perked up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing in Toledo, but they can coach defensive backs down there. And so I'm a big believer of Toledo defensive backs. And so Andre Fuller is a guy who in the later rounds who I'd be okay with. Let's talk about this real quick before we as we continue to dive into some Chiefs talk here, Krame.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a guy? Let's go round by round. We'll go through all 7 rounds. Okay. Who is a player, if they're there on the board and you are Brett Veach's assistant, that you are like, Brett, we have to take this guy, and you're pounding your fist
right
on the
now
and say, Brett, don't be a fucking idiot. Turn in the card. Like who is that guy for you? We'll go round by round. We'll do pick 9 and 29, and then we'll just say general round by round, right? Like if you're straight up, whatever. But like we'll just go round by round. So at pick 9, who is if this guy is on the board, you are pounding the table for.
Yeah, Mekhi Lemon. There's no reason for it. This is the guy they've been searching for from years and years and years. Lemon is going to be an absolute stud in the NFL. You heard it here first. I'm high on this kid a lot. I'm at the point where I was high on him like I was Xavier Worthy a couple of years ago. You know me. I was like loving Xavier Worthy. And I think this guy's going to be better than Xavier Worthy. He's going to be better than Rashee Rice. He's going to be better than whoever the hell they have right now in that wide receiver room. Mekhi Lemon, Brett, that's the guy you want. That's the guy you need. He's going to help turn this offense around.
Listen, I like Mekhi Lemon. I was a big Mekhi Lemon fan for the first half of the season and throughout the entire season. And he didn't do anything that made me not like him. Okay. I feel like long-term in the NFL, Carnell Tate is going to be a better wide receiver.
I don't know about that.
But I respect your opinion on Mekhi Lemon. For me, I think that at 9, if David Bailey's there, you have to. Oh yeah, you have to take him.
He's not going to be there. That's why it's like that's what I would say at the beginning is him.
Yeah,
he's just not going to be there.
If he's there or Caleb Downs, I'd pound the table for Caleb Downs as well if he's there at 9. That the Chiefs absolutely have to take him. He's just too elite of a guy. He's such a stud. And now that it seems that the degenerative knee rumors are unfounded, that he's going to go probably in the top 10. I'm sure that those rumors probably came out, but from a team who were trying to drive down his stock, hoping that he would be like, it was probably Brett Veach that put those.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he wanted Caleb Downs to be there at 9.
Maybe he gets there at 29 now. Maybe remember when Trey Smith just kept falling and falling and falling, and Trey Smith was like a 3rd-round talent apparently, and
second allegedly, yeah.
Gosh, dude, it's so dumb.
But yeah, so then at pick 29, who's the guy that you're pounding the table for?
Oh man, probably that McNeil Warren from Toledo If it would just like that's just if the draft board lines up, you get your wide receiver and you get your safety in the back end. If you don't get Caleb Downs up at 9, that's just how I'm like looking this through. So you got go defense, and McNeil Warren would be the best one.
I don't disagree with you. If we don't go,
he Caleb should Johnson, be there, right?
Yeah. He might go. I've seen him going anywhere from 20 to like early round 2. Like, right?
Would you say he's the third best? Because I'm assuming at this point, Daniel Thieneman or however you pronounce his last name in Oregon, like I'm assuming he's gone by 29.
Yeah, he's going in the teens. So
yeah,
I would say that I would say that Emmanuel McNeil Warren for my money is the third best safety in this class. And I think that he could give Dylan Thieneman a run for his money just because he's so long and explosive. And I just love the way he plays football. He's amazing. He's like I said, I'm a big believer of Toledo defensive backs. And so I mean, if they don't get Caleb Downs at 9, then and Emmanuel McNeil Warren's there at 29, then I agree with you. You have to do it. I think that if we're gonna flip it and go the way that I'm gonna go, where I say Bain and Bailey are not there, you don't get an edge rusher at 9. I think that because I don't think he'll be there at 40. I think you got to go with Zion Young from Mizzou and get the pass rusher there. I think that he is the last. He's kind of like the bottom end of those like long bendy guys who have elite upside. And I think that he like there's other guys you can get after that, like Derek Moore, who I really, really like as well. Gabe Jackus, Danny Dennis Sutton. But I think that Young has that elite that elite upside where the other guys are going to be like good but not great players maybe, and Young is the last guy that I think could be like a perennial Pro Bowler. And so even though he's not a sure thing by any means, I think that you take the swing on it there, and I would probably bang my table for him.
I like that.
Fist on the table for him. All right, let's go second round. Who's the guy that you're banging your fist on the table for?
Defensive lineman Caden McDonald, big fat dude. I mean, I'm not like fat. I'm not fat shaming anything. He's a thick boy. Let's just be honest with that.
He slides out of the first round. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he will. I don't, for some reason, I think he's a slides. But they got to pick 40, so I mean, it's technically it's a high second round pick. I mean, I think that if Caden McDonald's there from Ohio State, yeah, go get him, Brett. Go get him. Imagine him next to Omar, rotating with Omar, then rotating with Chris Jones there. That'd be disgusting.
Him next to Chris Jones would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be disgusting.
It'd be so nasty. And so, all right, I think that I'm gonna go for the second round. We'll say that we've gotten our safety, we've gotten our edge rusher. I'm gonna at this point then I'm going to go with cornerback, and I'm gonna go with Chris Johnson, cornerback out of San Diego State. I just think that he has elite closing speed, elite. He's an elite closer on the ball. He's a ball hawk. He can play press. He can play zone. He's a guy that is he plays at a small school now, and so he's more athletic than every other guy on the field. But I think that his traits they transfer to the NFL really well, and so I think that he's a guy that I would definitely want to take somewhere in the second round.
I like that.
All right, so then we're taking. So the next pick is 74.
So that'd be that's like middle third almost.
Third round. We'll just say third round.
I think defense is still the need, especially at linebackers. And if he's there, go for it, Brett. Jake Goldie out of Cincinnati, the linebacker there, 6'4". Come on now, he can blitz. You can also utilize him. That you can get him in the passing game as well to knock down some passes. Follow that Leo Chanel role that is going to be gone from this team. I think Jake Goldie can step in.
Not going with Jack Dingle.
No, I want Jake Goldie. I don't think Dingle's going to be there.
Oh, yeah. The Chiefs brought him in on a top 30 visit this week.
A bunch of Dingleberries is what we're going to be if he's there, though.
Jack Dingle is one of the best. Is one of the all-time greatest names, just because it's like I just imagine his grandpa being like, "Stop jagging around with your dingle and get over and give me a hand, you son of a bitch."
But if he is a Chief, there needs to be or anywhere in the NFL, there needs to be a Dingleberry section. There has to be.
It has to be like the Dingleberries have to be like his super fans. If we're gonna go third round, like I know it's not the Chiefs' biggest need, but this is probably as low as you're gonna get him. And I'm gonna say Mike Washington Jr. running back out of Arkansas. I just think that with Kenneth Walker, you do need somebody to spell him, and I do like the Chiefs, Amari DeMarcado. I do like what they've done with the backfield so far, but they do need a short yardage guy, and I feel like Mike Washington has that elite upside to like really to be that guy who can that Zach Charbonnet to the Kenneth Walker, right? And so
I like that. I honestly like that, but not for the 3rd round. I like him for the 4th round because I think he could be there. And so if we're going to go 4th round selection, he's my guy. He's literally my guy. So I'm glad that you said it. So there are at least 2 guys like Mike Washington Jr. He's going to be our guy for this upcoming draft to see if he's going to be Don in the Chiefs kingdom.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. I would love it. I think he's a stud. 4th round. This is a little bit of a controversial pick, but I'm gonna say Caleb Douglas, wide receiver out of Cincinnati. And here's why. He's 26 years old. He's old, right?
Yeah.
But here's the deal. But his upside, like literally when he tested for his RAS, he was the second. He had the second highest RAS out of any wide receiver, which RAS is relative athletic score. Shout out Math Bomb on Twitter. Kinley Platt. It's his metric that he came up with. That's awesome. Shout out Shoddy. But out of in the last 20 years, out of every single wide receiver tested, he came in second, only behind Calvin Johnson.
That's crazy. That's just weird to think.
It's crazy, but when you watch the tape and you think about it, his athleticism shows up on tape. And so here's how I view it, Kramer.
I need to go back and rewatch him. Do I have to now?
I'm not spending a top 100 pick on this guy. I'm not spending a day 1 or day 2 pick on this guy. But what I'm saying is, imagine, for instance, he was a 1st-round draft pick 2 years ago who was a bust, right?
Okay.
Or 3 years ago who was a bust. He's coming off of his rookie contract, and he was a bust. And the Chiefs traded a 4th-round draft pick on a reclamation project who had really high upside. The Chiefs fans would be like, "Oh, that's a great trade," right?
Yeah.
So I'm envisioning this as the Chiefs are essentially giving up a 4th-round pick on a reclamation project for a guy who has more upside than any other wide receiver in the history of in the last 20 years of football besides Megatron.
Okay, I mean, I get it. It's a project for sure. I don't know if his game translates from college to the NFL, but I need to go back and rewatch his athleticism.
Here's how his game translates from college to the NFL.
All right, let's hear it.
Is that he's a better Rashee Rice than Rashee Rice is right now.
Well, it's not that hard to be better than Rashee Rice.
Exactly. But you use him in that capacity, and then plus he runs in the 4.3s and he can take the top off the defense, and he's 6'5" and 225 pounds. And so he got the deep ball, and he's your deep ball winner as well. And so if you get 5 deep balls out of a season, plus Rashee Rice, you're already better than you already have Rashee Rice and Tyquan Thornton rolled into one for a 4th-round draft pick.
Hell, you could also roll him into some tight end sets if you needed to. Have him go down there. Not blocking by any means, but like.
And listen, I understand he's 26. He's not going to have a long shelf life. But here's the deal. A 31-year-old Calvin Johnson is not the same as a 31-year-old Rashee Rice.
You know,
like the athletic upside is so much different. It's like Tyreek Hill, right? Like you're still an elite athlete at that point, if you're not as elite as you once were.
I also think we need to take the ageism out of sports at this point in time. Like, are we trying to win a Super Bowl every single year? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then why does it matter what the age is? Who you get me the guy who's going to win right now? Like, and if he's the guy that's going to win me right now, go draft him.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Also, is that for a 4th-round draft pick, if you get 4 years, like if you get Rashee Rice level production out of a 4th-round draft pick for 4 years,
that's awesome.
That's a fucking great pick.
Yeah,
like, that's a home run pick. You know. So, all right. Did you you said Mike Washington?
Mike Washington Jr. Yeah.
All right, 5th round. Who's your guy?
I've been on him every single week, every single month. I've fallen in love with this guy, Bryce Lance, North Dakota State wide receiver. I I love this dude. If you don't get your big tall guy from the 6'5", his name escaped me. I don't know why I just did. Just got me amped up talking about ageism. No. Get Bryce Lance. I think he's going to be.
You think he'll be there in the 5th round?
Great hands. I think so. I really do. Either 4th or 5th. He's going to be there. I know his stock rose a lot during the combine, but it just depends if people want to take the chance on another Lance in the NFL.
I'd take him as early as the 3rd round at 74 if I was the Chiefs. If he's there at 74th, I would.
Get him in the Chiefs uniform. The Chiefs need a wide receiver. That's what they need.
Or
get him in a silver and black uniform. I'd take him either one.
No, don't do that. I don't like that. We'll pause on this really quick because in the comments section, Weston Brewster has a question that says, what do you guys think about drafting Mesidor given his age? Because he's the exact same age as Caleb Douglas. I think that if you here's the deal, taking a guy in the 4th round versus taking a guy in the 1st round at 29 is a different story. But at the same time, if you get 4 awesome years of pass rush out of a guy I don't like Mesidor at pick 29. I love Mesidor at pick 40, I think.
Okay.
Because I feel like I know it's only a difference of 11 picks, but I think that 11 picks make a difference, and I think that the value difference you can get there matters. But I think if you get to pick 40 and he's still there, I think that he's an awesome guy. He's a great pass rusher. I think that we talk about it. There's a lot of tape where they were double teaming him instead of Reuben Bain Jr. Right? So I think that he's great, but at the same time, does he have as much upside, right? Because he's a grown man going against teenagers in some instances.
So that would, I think, honestly, he would fit the Kansas City Chiefs mold then, because it's not like, I mean, the Chiefs were on the back end of losing games by 1 possession, 1 scores. And previously before that, they were winning those 1-score games. You get a guy like Mesidor in there to help hand fight, help push the guys over, help facilitate some of, say, George Karlaftis to get through, Chris Jones to get through, hell, even himself, Mesidor to get through as well. I mean, I think that would work out in the long run for the Chiefs. I mean, why not?
I think that Mesidor definitely gives you more than you got out of Danner
he's a big freaking dude.
Yeah, if you get more out of Mesidor than you did out of Danner and Minihue or anybody else in the last couple of years, and so I think that your pass.
Where's FAU at?
Oh man, FAU was hurt. I don't know if FAU's long for this world of the NFL. And so if he doesn't turn into something this year, then the dream is over for FAU.
Nobody wants to talk about that draft class at all.
He's just not strong enough is the issue. He isn't strong enough.
I think it was a fix to draft the local kid. Well, it's not that local. Manhattan's not that. It's pretty far away from Kansas.
Well, he was from Kansas City also.
Okay, that makes more sense. But not still.
Listen,
you swing and a miss at times. It's okay.
There was a run on edge rushers, and the Chiefs needed an edge rusher, and they took a swing that did not pan out.
Ooh, bad draft class.
And he's just not strong enough to play in the NFL. All right. So anyway,
but Mesidor is strong enough to.
Yeah, Mesidor is definitely strong to play in the NFL. All right. So round 6, who are you taking?
Honestly,
who are you pounding on the table for, Kramer?
Hold on, I got a list of guys. I'm trying to make sure that it would make actually sense. Offensive tackle. I mean, I like the kid out of Missouri, Keegan Trost. He's 318 pounds, 6'4". I mean,
you make a shift inside at the NFL, but I think that he's
definitely make the inside. Let's go offensive line. If anything, offensive line at this point in time to see what you can get out of somebody. Because I mean,
I like him a lot though. Keegan Trost is an awesome. He's going to be an awesome guard, I think, in the NFL. I don't know if he's going to be a tackle, but he's
has an Ozzie Trapilo type.
Yeah, which you know me, I love my Ozzie Trapilo. Any guy that's like a brawler who just beats the shit out of people, I'm a fan of. Jennings Dunker, Keegan Trost, Ozzie Trapilo, like Trey Smith, like any of these guys. I'm a fan of these just like, you know, blue collar, beat the shit out of you type of players. I think I'm going to go upside here in the 5th round and also go offensive line, but I'm going to go Markel Bell. Definitely is the opposite of Keegan Trost. Or Keegan Trost is like more of a finished product, more of like a nasty type of player. Markel Bell has almost 37-inch arms and like 10-inch hands, but struggles with his pad level and needs to work on his technique.
Yeah.
But he's like 6'8", like 345. Like he is a big motherfucker.
Yeah, I kind of like, if I want my offensive lineman, I need him thick and I need him long.
He's got sand in his ass, and so sometimes he moves like he has sand in his ass, but he definitely has sand in his ass. And even if you just with 37-inch arms, even if you just put them out like this, it's hard to run around them and you gotta at least buy Patrick Mahomes sometime.
I need to figure out what my wingspan is. I need someone to measure me at work tomorrow to figure that out. So I'm very curious.
If you have 37-inch arms.
Yeah, I'm actually I wonder if my arm length is bigger than Ruben Baines. Like I want to figure that out.
Probably. I mean, I know mine isn't. I'm built like I'm built like a 5'11" version of Ruben Baines Jr.
Like,
so,
like I'm almost 6'3", so it's like I gotta have at least a decent wingspan.
Yeah, I think you probably do.
I want to figure that out. We got measuring tapes at work. We'll figure that out.
Hell. Walt says he's got you.
Hell yeah, Walt. Hey, that's my guy. Walt.
Krame.
Let's go. We're gonna figure. Hey, Walt, we're gonna figure that tomorrow.
Coming in through you in a pinch.
I feel like I think my arm lengths are bigger than Ruben Baines Jr.'s. I want to figure that out tomorrow.
Well, I think they probably are. But I don't think that you're a better edge rusher than him.
Oh, maybe by any means, no. A better long snapper for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, better long snapper for sure, but not a better edge rusher. All right. 7th round. Let's just go 7th round. What do you got?
Drew Aller,
the quarterback?
Yeah. Okay. When are we going to see the time where the Chiefs are going to draft a quarterback and keep him on to 4 years, mold him to what Patrick Mahomes is just to be a backup quarterback? I'm getting tired of seeing Carson Wentz, Chad Henne, Gardner Minshew, throw Justin Fields in there. Draft a backup and you can like mold him to exactly what you truly want to be. Drew Aller has a long arm. He's got a big arm.
So why don't you want Taylor Green then if you're going to try to mold him?
I mean, Taylor Green's going to be like a Justin Fields type at this point in time. He's not by any means going to see a single lick of throwing a football. Drew Aller does. So I want a guy that's like throws the football in Drew Aller. And I'm telling you, he's got a cannon for an arm.
All right. Drew Aller.
You like that? You like that?
I don't know.
Left field right there?
I don't know. That came out left field. You know me, I'm going to go with my guy, Eli Heidenreich. That's my guy for the 7th round.
Heidenreich.
Just because he is a guy who can run the ball, catch the ball. Like I think that he's
a shit brick house is what he is.
Yeah, he's Chad O'Shea's dream, like wet dream come true. I feel like of who he wants to play with. And so like, I'm gonna go Eli Heidenreich. He helps out in the backfield, helps out in the slot. He does a little bit of everything, and he's fucking built like a brick shit house. Yeah, so I like those guys. I like those guys that are just fucking thick ass stuff. I like thick asses, Kramer.
Thick asses are very nice. They're very nice.
I like them on my ladies and I like them on my boys. I don't care what you are. You could be an AI sex robot or my cousin. If you got a thick ass, I like you. That's where we're at. All right, let's do our favorite part of the show, which is comments.
Hell yeah.
Brian Sr. said that he had a comment on YouTube last week that I missed. So you might have to go back 2 episodes because I couldn't find it.
I'll go back 2 episodes then. I got this. I got us.
So do last week's and then the week before last.
I like how. Hold up. Wait, was that? I like how it's still said with Rocky and Kramer when that's a complete lie of who was on.
Yeah, Kramer, week. You weren't there. You were off. You were off getting handies with Brett Veach.
So all right, Polio Fio over on YouTube last week. Rocky. You literally taught your son how to blackmail you? Rookie mistake. Hate to see it happen. Wait, hold up. I literally, dang, you went for 40 minutes last week. Hell yeah, I know what I'm doing later on tonight.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
A strong 40.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Shout out to you, Polio Fio.
Yeah.
All right, let me go the other one.
I did teach my child how to blackmail me on accident. I'm teaching my son life skills is what I'm doing. How to survive in this fucked up world, this crazy world of cutthroat, backstabbing bitches.
The crazy thing is it says there's one comment, but when I click on it, okay, there we go. Chode, Tank, Grundle, Gooch.
Atta boy, Brian Senior. I hope your
yeah.
daughter's listening. And she asked you, Okay, so let's talk about it for a second.
Why hold on, I'm curious. Why was that even a comment? That's what I want to know.
Well, he last week also on Spotify, he commented butthole, 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 just because he wants to hear us have to read it out on.
Okay, that makes sense. You know what? People, you can honestly, if you're listening to this right now, you can literally say whatever the hell you want.
We'll repeat whatever. I mean, Kramer will say absolutely anything.
You're damn right, I will.
And he'll probably believe it too. You can say some really crazy shit, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I agree with you."
Yeah, like dinosaurs are basically the size of chickens.
Yeah, dinosaurs never existed.
I don't think the evidence is still out there. Just saying.
Kramer. Oh my god.
At least I believe the Earth's round. So there we go. Apparently April 1st is tomorrow. Apparently there's we're going to the moon.
Are we going to the moon tomorrow?
I didn't know.
Well, April Fools. We're not going to the moon after
apparently not. Yeah, I don't know. That was yeah.
What if they go to Mars instead?
You got to nuke it first.
Yeah, it is nuked. You can't. There's nothing on Mars. Dude.
No, you got to re-nuke Mars. They'll get the biome going again. Did you not hear what Elon had to say about that?
Well, you got to re-nuke Mars to get a biome going.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why he has the Nuke Mars T-shirts he was selling.
Oh. All right. Anyway, moving to comments over on. What I was going to say was before that. In your mind, is there a difference between the gooch and the chode?
Isn't the gooch is like the taint region, right?
So what's the chode?
Is that your penis?
I don't know.
Isn't a chode a fat dick?
Is there anything different between a taint and a gooch, or a taint and a chode, or taint?
The taint is between the nutsack and your asshole.
Yeah, that's I know that. Region. And that's also the gooch, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so then what's a chode?
A fat dick.
Okay, so a taint and a gooch are the same thing. And
like tuna can Dan, that's a chode.
Yeah, so it's like short and thick, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Like a tuna can.
Like a tuna can Dan. Okay.
Tuna can Dan.
All right. Got it. And JC Junior JCJ Ramon says, you know what's funny word nobody uses anymore? Pud. Classic.
What's pud mean?
Yeah, what is a pud, JC? I don't know if I know pud. Google it, Kramer.
Pud mean? Oh, I am already on it.
This is a perfect example of us being willing to say absolutely anything on the air because it could be a racial slur, and all of a sudden we're just not.
Yeah. So pud most. This is AI overview. Is it pood? Pud or pood? Pood, like putang. Maybe. All right, but pud, if it's PUD, how it looks, most commonly refers to planned unit development. So it's like housing developments. You pood. I think it's pood.
In Cebuano, the Filipino dialect, pood means like two or also, as well.
I'm gonna start calling you the pood.
I'll be your pood.
Be my pood.
And like if you say like mahal pood, it means like I love you too.
Mahal pood.
Yeah, so mahal pood. And so, or like mahal ka pood, I guess technically would be like
the cop did what?
No, mahal ka. Ka is you.
Oh, gotcha.
Food is two, so I love you too.
Okay. Look, we're learning a different language,
a
dialect.
So learn other languages and dialects here on Veach Season. You learned something today. All right, let's go over to Spotify and look at our comments over here.
That's where the cesspool's at. Spotify.
That's where the cesspool. That's where the real shitheads live. Brian Senior says, first Stacy. Now, Bronx Brawler. Sorry, Bronx. I called you. Poot is your schlong. Apparently, JCJ Ramon says.
Really?
Huh? Well, look at that. Is a pood like a chode, like a thick short one, or is it like just like a schlong in general, like a floppy? Like I always think of a schlong as like something that flops out, like a non-erect dick, right?
Someone needs to fluff Paul over here.
Has anybody ever thought? Yeah. Anybody ever thought of a schlong as like an erect dick? I don't think so. It's like that flops, right? It's like a floppy one.
I mean, it's like a hammer almost. Yeah.
Yeah. So And so somebody go over there and fluff Ramon for us here. JCJ needs a good fluffing. All right. Bronx Brawler says, man, first Stacy, now Brian. You guys are pissing everyone off. And then Brian says, gonna have to do more than that to piss me off. Also, when was the last time we heard the Veach season song?
That's a great question. When was the last time we had heard that?
Oh, well, I think maybe right now, Kramer, it should be if we have it. If we have it available, if we still have it.
That's
it.
Welcome to the pod. Grab your earphones and listen up. You know what it is. Football for all. Veach season. We got Rocky and Kramer on the track, breaking down everything you need to know. You know what it is. Veach season.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That bad season, baby. Bad season. Football for all.
That's such a good song.
Listen, we don't discriminate here at Veach season. It is football for all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go, Brian Senior. We apparently we take song requests.
Yeah, we do.
We do. So you can hit them up by Tupac. We'll play that shit. I don't give it. Like
we really can't.
Yeah,
I wish we could,
really
but we can't.
We'd get dinged on that one.
If you wanted us to show up next podcast,
that would probably get us canceled.
That definitely would 100%. Yes, but Tupac's not alive, so
that's true.
I'll look into that.
Brian says it's no bang bang Niner gang.
You heard that song by E40?
Yeah,
such a terrible bang bang Niner gang.
Bang bang Niner gang.
It's such a bad song too.
It's horrible. It's so stupid. Brian says, I left a comment on YouTube last week. Make Kramer go back 2 weeks to read it. It'll be worth it. Go
read it.
Yeah, you did. That was the bunghole chode taint cornholio, whatever else it said. One. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I want to talk a little bit about some more Chiefs stuff. Some more Chiefs.
We got more Chiefs stuff. What?
Yeah, we're here to talk Chiefs football. Football for all. Batch season. The Chiefs have been on apparently, because there's not to be confused with 30 for 30s, which is an ESPN documentary series. Ahead of the NFL draft, each team is able to bring in 30 draft picks for what are called top 30 visits, where they can do tours around the facility. They can sit down, show them film, talk to them. They can't put them through any workouts, but they can get their doctor's medical eyes on them to look over their meds and look over their body, see how they feel. And then also they can make them draw up plays and look at film or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they can keep them there all day if they want to. But the Chiefs have been on a bit of a tear of this past week of getting their top 30 visits in. And so these are the people that we have to date so far for top 30 visits.
Okay.
We know about. These are the ones that we know about. Mekhi Lemon.
Good.
Carnell Tate.
Good.
Wide receiver Malik Benson from Oregon.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ted Hurst.
All right. I like that.
From Georgia State. Yes. It feels like the Chiefs are looking at a certain wide receiver type. Because they
are. They always do.
They look, but these guys are different than what they normally look for, right? Like Mekhi Lemon aside, like Carnell Tate, Ted Hurst, and Chris Brazell, who they met with at the combine. Like these guys,
Mekhi Lemon might be 5'11", but he plays like he's 6'2". So,
no, that's true. That's true. Jack Dingle,
Dingle, the Dingleberries,
the old Dingleberries. Caden Proctor, tackle from
JC Proctor.
Yeah, JC Proctor's cousin, Caden Proctor.
Nice.
We'll talk about a guy with sand in his ass. Caden Proctor might have the most sand in his ass of anybody in America. That guy is a thick motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end from Georgia, Oscar Delp. Tight end from North Carolina State, Justin Jolly. Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State, who we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And then interior defensive lineman from Florida, Caleb Banks, who allegedly has a broken foot right now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good one or not.
I think the Chiefs probably brought him in just to do the medicals, just to kind of do their homework on him, to be like, okay, we need to be able to like rule this guy out, or because he's coming off a serious injury and then now has another serious injury and he's over 300 pounds. Like that's like a lot of serious foot injuries for a heavy guy.
So out of all the guys that came on visits, there's going to be at least one of those guys that will be drafted to the Kansas City Chiefs. At least one. But I also wouldn't be shocked if none of them get drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, and so here's one thing we have learned is that it's not always like we will find out sometimes after the draft that a guy came in for a top 30 visit and we didn't know about it, right?
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
But I think that but over the last few years, that whoever they take in the first round has been a top 30 draft, been a top 30 visit, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, no, that actually you are correct on that.
And so I would say that, you know, that the first round draft pick who they won is probably in the top 30 visits that they've had. So if they are looking at wide receiver, it sounds to me like Mekhi Lemon and Carnell Tate are probably the two that they won, which means that the wide receiver is probably definitely in play at number 9 is what I'm taking from this list.
Yeah.
And if not, I think what I'm taking from this list is that this is my prediction. I'm gonna put on my prediction hat, right? And look at my crystal ball. I think the Chiefs want Carnell Tate. I think that they're doing their homework to see what the backup plan is if he's not there.
See, I don't think he's there at 9. I really don't. But if that's their number one option, I mean, heck, swing for the fences on it.
I think they're worried that he's not going to be there at 9. I think they want him to be there at 9, but they're worried he's not going to be. And if he's not, then they're like, okay, we still want a guy who can stretch the field, who can still be a ball winner, who can still do this, still do that. And so they're saying if he's not there at 9, that means Mekhi Lemon probably is. So let's see, is Mekhi Lemon going to give us at least 80% of what we think Carnell Tate can, or more, or is he the same player? You know, or do we like him more? And then if neither one of them are there at 9, then what's our plan B? Is it Ted Hurst in the 5th round? Is it Chris Brazell in the 2nd or 3rd round? Is it, you know what I mean, right? Is it Malik Benson on day 3? Like, what is the backup plan? Because they want to take a wide receiver in this draft. And then now it's time for a conspiracy theory. If you have the bandwidth for it, Kramer.
Yeah, no, yes.
Did you see the video a couple weeks back, or about a week ago, Patrick Mahomes dropping back and throwing a pass?
I actually did not.
So Patrick Mahomes put a video out on social media of him dropping back and throwing a pass. He has a sleeve on his leg. Doesn't show anything. It just shows him throwing a deep pass, and then it goes off the screen.
Who's he throwing it to?
Well, that's the question.
Is it crazy that I wasn't worried about the knee part? I was more worried about who the hell he's throwing it to.
Well, so that's the whole thing. Is like, you know, in the past, he's brought in all of his receivers to work with him in the offseason on catching footballs, blah, blah, blah. He's probably not doing that this year because he's
undrafted guys too, and even guys that are possibly to be drafted.
Guys who they've drafted, he threw to Xavier Worthy before they drafted him. He threw to Rashee Rice before they drafted him. He also threw to Zay Jones and Quentin Jefferson and pretty much every single guy who's going to get drafted over the past 2 years, so they can see who he wanted, right? But then here's the interesting thing about this one. Here's where my conspiracy theory comes in. He didn't do that this year, but the next day after he posted that video, he was at Texas Tech's Pro Day. And you know who plays for Texas Tech?
Mm-hmm.
Who? I'll tell you. Caleb Douglas.
Yeah.
Plays for Texas Tech.
Do you think Caleb Douglas is the guy that they truly want?
I don't know. I don't think he's the guy they truly want, but I'm predicting, and I have nothing to back this up other than my conspiracy theory brain. Caleb Douglas was on the other end of that pass.
Huh.
I don't know if they want him. I don't know anything else. That's my guess. I'm taking a guess, a shot in the dark, and I'm saying Caleb Douglas was on the other end of that pass, and it's nothing but a guess on my part. I have no idea.
It's Well, how often do you think Pat frequents Texas Tech, though? I mean, it's his alma mater. I mean, it makes sense to why he'd be throwing it to Caleb Douglas. He could be throwing it to someone else that's on Texas Tech. And they already know that he's a donor. He has his own suite there at the stadium. So honestly, it could be anybody for that Texas Tech.
What if he was hanging out with David Bailey and he was just playing catch?
Oh yeah, he's throwing the ball to David Bailey because he's throwing the ball to David Bailey. Two-way. He's gonna be two-way this upcoming year. He's gonna be wide receiver and tight end and the lineman.
Listen, if you're going to trade up to get him, so you might as well get your money's worth out.
Yeah, here we go. Now the conspiracy cap's going pretty wild. Now.
There we go. Put the tin foil on this shit. All right, Kramer. Well, I think we've about ran our course for the day.
But apparently Tate is going to be wasted, which, I mean, it's true. He will be wasted.
Yep, Tate's going to be another player wasted by a shitty franchise like Tennessee, Cleveland. Yep, I agree 100%. I actually saw somebody predict that the Jets were going to draft Carnell Tate. And I was like, God, like you already fucking ruined and wasted Garrett Wilson's career. Like you're gonna do the same thing to Carnell Tate now. Like how many elite Ohio State wide receivers do you need before you realize that it doesn't matter if you don't have a quarterback? But all that being said, I hope you and your cousin have a really nice evening.
Okay, simmer down now, bud.
I love you. I love everybody. All right, beach season, baby. Have a great weekend. Everybody be good to each other.